Alright, y'all. What's good, fam? It's your boy Dway's on Blaze. I'm not gonna say my full intro because you guys bullied me out of saying my intro now. So, congratulations. Okay, I can't have anything, but it's fine. Anyway, this lady got fired for having an OnlyFans, which I think is an interesting concept. It's like, is that really fair? To be fired for something you're doing in your own time. I don't know. But anyway, let's get into it. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. I think this channel is called OMG Stories. Subscribe to them. Subscribe to your boy Dway's. Let go.
My manager had said, there's no easy way to say this, but I want to know if this is you. And he literally slid over this piece of paper, and it was me spreading my arse, bent over, and I was like, just burst out crying.
Globally, the number of OnlyFans subscribers is over 220 million. And the number of UK creators has increased by nearly 50% since 2020.
220 million, bro. Bruh, nah, y'all are down bad, bro. 220 mil, bruh. I was thinking OnlyFans is probably like 50 million people subscribe max. 220 is crazy.
On my OnlyFans, I've filmed with men, women, trans.
And I just watched the subscribers going up, the money going up, and just this huge response. And I was like, oh my God.
And there are numerous reports of the highest earners making a fortune.
Can't stop doing OnlyFans.
Stop that,
I
lady.
want to earn 2 million.
But for many, it's simply a way of topping up a low weekly wage.
It's a second income just to help. I can take my daughter out for a day trip.
And what happens when your employer finds out about your online enterprise?
Everything felt so overwhelming.
I said, some has been wanking over me, and then they grasped on me. This is what have really pissed me off the most.
We discovered that 5% of OnlyFans creators in the UK have been sacked for having an account.
I didn't do anything wrong or didn't do anything illegal.
Sex is normal, it's natural, and just because I record it doesn't have anything to do with my integrity.
Okay, well, now recording yourself having sex is a whole different ball game. Now, posting some ass pics, I don't think you should get fired for that, to be honest with you. But buzzing it down on camera now, like, that's some porn star activity, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can't do that. Oh no.
In a UK first, we asked OnlyFans creators what effect having an account has had on their careers. And investigated if employment law is keeping up with modern ways of making money. 40% of creators we surveyed said they fear their employers discovering their OnlyFans. And we found that healthcare was the most common industry for employees juggling OnlyFans alongside their 9-to-5.
Really? Oh no, she got something for a white girl. She got something behind her,
Belle was a care worker until her OnlyFans profile was reported to her employer.
Okay, girl. We see you do your thing. Heathen.
How did you learn what's sexy?
Just reading the comments. I normally get comments. I never get comments about my boobs. It's always
Bunda.
bum, thighs, been really white, ginger hair.
So white as me.
Belle makes 30 videos a day to promote her OnlyFans, which entails multiple costume changes.
This is all my underwear sets. I have no idea how many sets are in here, but I like to keep them colour coordinated.
I like the color coordination. I was just about to say.
I used to work in
like
care.
that.
I've always done care work. That's when I decided to start OnlyFans as well, because as a manager, I was on like minimum wage. So I made a page, took some pictures, made a video, uploaded it. Only what I was comfortable with. I wasn't showing my face. I weren't using.
Anything's a dildo if you're Oh my gosh. Oh my god. What? That's a crazy bug, fam. Oh
my
no.
name, and I was still worried about like my work because I love my job.
Belle was balancing her double life when she accidentally posted a link to her OnlyFans on her personal Insta, where work colleagues followed her.
I quickly deleted it, and I was thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna get sacked. Like, I was crying, I was up till like 4 a.m, like panicking, and the manager was coming in and he wanted a meeting, and then he said, there's no easy way to say this, but I want to know if this is you. And he literally slid over this piece of paper and my heart just like sank. And
I would say, hell no, that ain't me. That ain't me. You think I'll be doing this? Is that what you think of me? I would do that thing where women just reverse it around on you.
I turned over this paper and I put it straight back down, and it was me, fully explicit, spreading my arse, bent over.
Baby girl.
And I was like, just burst out crying.
Oh, you see, this is why you can't be doing this.
Jodie is an employment lawyer who has noticed a rise in people being sacked because of their OnlyFans.
So I've heard about some people in these
Oh,
situations.
she got an OnlyFans too, bro. That's why she's here to advocate for them.
Actually shown the images, even where they've accepted that it was them. In my view, there's no need to really do that. I don't see the point of showing someone the explicit images when they accept they have the account, they accept they know what the content is. So certainly...
Really, you gotta make sure, né? You gotta make sure it's the person.
There could be an argument of breach of privacy because it's not on the public internet in the sense of, you know, not anybody can access it. It's behind a paywall.
I was obviously really upset at this point. I thought, work knows. They've seen me explicit, bent over, doing things that I just can't imagine anyone that I'd want to see that knows me personally. And I think
but then why are you showing it? Like chances are someone you know is gonna see it, bro. Chances are, bro. Like, come on, man.
it's worse not knowing what anyone's seen. I don't know knows who's talking about me. I just couldn't face going back into work.
With her naked photos exposed to her colleagues, Belle believed her position was now untenable, so she took the decision to resign.
Oh, okay, well, that's
I didn't
on
want
her.
to lose my job. If I was paid more, there's no way I would have even started OnlyFans. I was struggling and I just wanted a few extra hundred just to help me out. Thought, right, I'm going to work full-time on my OnlyFans.
Can you tell us how much you've in total earned from OnlyFans?
What are they showing
in January, we had the main page actually at 1 million. Growing up with like nothing, working multiple jobs, very little money. I sometimes wake up
What
and
do they
think it's
keep blurring out? What is that they're blurring out, I wonder? Is that some Dildionis action? Like, what the hell is that?
it's not real. I want to earn 2 million. So, and then I think when I get there, I probably want to earn 3. So I'm not going to stop anytime soon.
Not only has Belle bought a house on the back of her OnlyFans earnings,
A house.
A nice bar area.
Jeez.
she now employs 4 people.
What?
And how's your
Yo, these
content?
girls getting that bag, bruh. I can't lie. You see, sometimes it's like, bro, you work your normal job. Hey, it's hard to get that. I won't lie. You go show some cheeks, and you're gonna be able to get a house with a nice bar, with a nice outside area. Damn, it's like, is that really a bad trade-off? I don't know, man. I'm just saying, it's like, damn, like, maybe if you're just showing cheeks and getting that money. But now if somebody is taking you down on camera, like, hey, and it gets a bit tricky, but hey, that one I don't
Changed
know.
at all?
So when I first started, I was doing just like pictures of me naked. Then I got more comfortable and I started filming more in-depth videos using toys,
Depth.
glass,
In depth.
dildos. They attach to my fuck machine. My fuck machine can actually be controlled by anyone as well. So I can just send someone a link and I don't know, just say they want to pay for 5 minutes. They can control the fuck machine for 5 minutes.
What's the fuck machine?
The fuck machine. What the hell is that? What the... Wait, what? Nah, I've never... Yo, AI's getting crazy. Is this some AI shit? Like,
Show
what's
you.
going on?
I would just...
You see, they can't even show us, bro. Come on, dog. Look at me wanting to see the fuck machine.
that on the end. And then obviously I need to plug it in and they can control
Plug it
the
in.
speed of it, how fast it goes. I think they can actually connect a song to it as well, so it goes to the beat of a song.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'll be playing. It's never a right time to say goodbye.
As part of our investigation, we asked OnlyFans creators if the site was their only
what is
source of
happening?
income.
2025.
We found that 76% currently had other employment.
Oh.
And 5% said they had been sacked from a job for having an OnlyFans account. An outcome that HR consultant Kelly believes is to be expected.
It doesn't surprise me that people are being sacked for their OnlyFans. So what we see with employers is that OnlyFans, unfortunately, is quite polarised. And it's content that gets lots of attention and lots of headlines, and so therefore it's less attractive for employers to be linked to something like that.
One case that hit the headlines in 2021 was that of actor Sarah Jane Dunn.
It's huge. There's loads of things in here that you would never know about.
Sarah is in Manchester to shoot content for her OnlyFans.
But she's best known for starring in the Channel 4 soap Hollyoaks, where she often filmed in outfits that some argued were too sexy for younger viewers.
Was she pushing a Tesla?
Well, I don't appreciate having my personal life discussed. I said that I thought he was helping you get over Lewis's death. And I bet that's what everyone's saying, isn't it?
How are you doing?
Good, how are you? Nice to see ya.
Nice to see you back in again.
Such a great space. Every time I'm like, right, where should I go this time? Excited. So I brought some props today, and then I've brought a mad selection of bits and pieces.
The world of photo shoots is not unfamiliar, as Sarah featured in the Hollyoaks calendars, criticised by some for
where's
being...
the melanin? That's all I'm gonna ask. Where the melanin at, bro? Okay? Like, we love the snow bunnies, but come on, we need to throw some melanin in there.
Too racy for a teen soap.
We were known as the sexy soap. I did my first Lads Mag shoot when I was like 17. I guess naively, at such a young age, I didn't even really think about the money side of things. I think the penny didn't drop with that until one of the other girls left Hollyoaks and did her own calendar. And we found out that she got paid, like, I think it was 50 grand.
Damn!
And I think the most I'd ever been paid was like £126, to be precise. When I realised there was an avenue that I could do this myself, I made the decision to join OnlyFans. And I just watched the numbers going up, the subscribers, and obviously the money going up, and just this huge response. And I was like, oh my God.
Hey, if I was a hand, like, if I was a pretty hand, I might do OnlyFans. Just thinking about it, like, bro, I would post the pics, but I don't think I would be getting buzzed down on camera. Like, that's just crazy, bro. Maybe the pics, because, I mean, there's pics everywhere, you know what I mean, for free. So if you dummy enough to just buy some naked pics, hey, it is what it is, bro. But to get buzzed down, that's morally crazy to me.
Yes, it works. There you go, it's cute, isn't it? With OnlyFans, there's everything on there. So it's an over 18s platform because there is pornography on there, explicit content. But on the other end of the spectrum, there's like cooking lessons and skateboarding lessons.
That's all you gotta do.
Yoga. I'll do bikini shoots, I'll do lingerie shoots.
A few days after first posting on OnlyFans, Hollyoaks producers at Lime Pictures told Sarah she had to take down her account.
I was like,
imagine there's a nigga just hitting us up. Hey, let me stop.
Why? They were like, because it's over 18. I was like, okay, the platform's over 18, but my content isn't over 18, so why do I need to take it down? Well, you need to take it down. And I just went, no. No, because this feels right to me. And why? I'm not doing anything wrong.
Sarah's contract was terminated by Lime Pictures.
Yeah, this ain't, come on. This, like, normal models be doing stuff like this, bro. You can't terminate for this one.
Joining an adult site which they felt would be harmful to the show's young audience.
I've been seeing more of these cases. We're hearing more and more about it online as well. It's a really interesting movement. I suppose the key thing is whether it influences or impacts detrimentally their 9-to-5 job. So there is the principle of, we should be able to do what we want in our personal lives, but where the personal life may then detrimentally impact the professional life of the 9-to-5, that's where we can start to see employers, taking action against people with these alternative incomes.
It all boils back to control, I think. The fact that I had set up something that was successful, that I had complete control over, that they were not monetising at all. You can't have it both ways. You can't say that we're going to do these, these photo shoots and we're going to put you in that tight dress on the show and we're going to ask you when you did Lads Mags, it'd be like, oh, what's your favourite sexual position? You can't have that and then go, but you can't do that yourself.
That is fair. That point is fair. It's fine when they monetize it, but when you monetize, it's a problem. Which business-wise, I guess, is understandable still. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's just about control. It's about, hey, I employ you, so therefore you're a representation of my company. And if that's the case, there's certain things I don't want you to do outside of this company. I mean, that's just how business works, unfortunately. You know, so for you to say it's just power, okay, cool. But at the same time, it's like, that's how it kind of goes. I can't just have my employees doing anything. There's got to be a level of control. There's got to be boundaries. There's got to be a level of professionalism, you know? But if the employer feels like, yo, you're crossing the lines, then bruh, it's hard to be like, no, it's not fair. You know, it's their business at the end of the day.
Like, it doesn't work like that. Most people have gone, oh my God, like the hypocrisy of it.
We asked what motivates creators to have an OnlyFans account. 33% reported needing the money just to get by. 28% of the creators we surveyed.
But that's everybody. Everybody needs money to get by. That's everybody. That can't just be your reason for doing OnlyFans. There has to be, like, there's a lot of people who wouldn't do OnlyFans just for the money. So you gotta tell me, there's gotta be a reason why you feel like that's okay.
Earn less than £250 a month from OnlyFans. And 31% of the women we surveyed were single parents.
Not stable income. Some months you could earn like 500 and the next month probably not making a lot. I can take my daughter out for a day trip, or I can buy her a new toy when she asks for it. I mean, I'm not buying new cars, I'm literally just putting the electric on and making sure we can have a few nice things like nice toys and having that extra bit of time together.
Can you stop showing us her body?
Eve is
like
asked to remain anonymous and her name has been changed. Eve was working as a marketing assistant when her OnlyFans was discovered, and she was sacked for gross misconduct.
I've read my contract. It just said don't really use social media to cause direct harm to the business. And I took direct as literal, so because I never used the company's name on any of the things I did, or linked it to anything like that using my actual name, I thought I was okay.
After 8 months at the company, Eve's account was anonymously reported to her employers.
I got a Zoom call with the HR lady, and she was basically saying, we've found this profile, is it yours? It's now your time to admit it. They showed the evidence in front of everyone, which as much as I show my body on the internet for anyone to see, it felt really intrusive that they'd like screenshot my OnlyFans.
You see, there is a tricky line, because it's okay to show people your body as long as you don't know them. But then if people that know you see your body, you feel away. It's like, I feel like you've got to be ready for both circumstances, because eventually, bro, I feel like somebody's going to either report you, or because some people are just haters, bro. Some people are just haters. So eventually they might send it to your brother or your whoever, family member. You know what? People are able to find these things on the internet. So my thing is, you gotta be ready for both. This thing of thinking like, oh, I can just do it in secret. This is the internet, bro. Real people on there. It's not just, oh, I'm putting it up there. It's like, bro, it's not hard for people to find these things that know you, man. You know?
I felt shame and guilt. I started to become really emotional, and I started crying. That's when she said, we're firing you.
Although Eve's account was anonymous, the company argued that her OnlyFans could result in adverse publicity and said they had lost faith in her integrity.
It was the part about integrity I just felt really dirty, as if, like, I'm not a good person. Sex is normal, it's natural, and just because I record it doesn't have anything to do with my integrity.
Whoa. I mean, what are you recording it for? You know, I think sex is an intimate thing between two people, supposed to be. I don't know about these days. But it's not something that's meant to be on display. There's no, like, way you can justify that, saying that, oh no, this is something that is okay. It's just not okay to just be recording those acts anyway. Like, I know there's a whole industry for it, but that doesn't mean it's something that is okay to do. There's a whole industry of a lot of unokay things to do, you know. This is just one of them. It's like, yo, Like, I don't mind the pictures, bro. Honestly, naked pictures and stuff, because I feel like that's been a part of photography for a long time. But now when it comes to sexual acts, that's a whole different ball game, bro.
What damages one particular reputation of an organisation is going to be very different to another. So, in my view, it's quite subjective, and it really does depend on, you know, what they're saying is the damage and how. So, for example, it might be that it's linked to an account that all of their clients have access to. In that case, they might be able to argue that. But if it's behind a paywall, you can't identify the individual, it's difficult to say how that would cause reputational damage.
Well, somebody may identify them. That's the thing. Somebody may identify them. It's not always about, oh, well, you can't really see their name or profile picture. Yo, person just might be like, oh, that's that chick from I saw there who works there. You know what I mean? That's how life is, bruh. Sometimes you just identify, oh, that's that person. It's like famous people. Sometimes they try and, you know, wear shades and wear a wig or something. They're like, nah, that's that guy. You know what I mean? Aye, man.
How did you feel when you found out that they were going to fire you?
I was unable to cope at the time.
Ish, damn.
I had to tell my family about the OnlyFans because I had no job. And then I had to ring the midwife and ask if I could get a food bank voucher because I didn't know where any money was going to come from to feed her. And everything felt so overwhelming.
Where's her father? May I just ask?
With the support of friends and family, Eve is determined to move on from her dismissal, but maintains that her employer acted too harshly.
I don't think they should have as much control over us as they do, and things like me doing an OnlyFans, it doesn't directly impact them. I've done nothing illegal. Like, I should just be able to have like a nice little side hustle.
A nice little what? You know, just a nice little side hustle. Nothing too crazy.
To supplement their income, some people have chosen to create sexual content on OnlyFans. But if discovered by their employers, workers are finding themselves at risk of being sacked from their more conventional.
Certainly we see in young...
You know what's so unfair as well? Well, I don't know if it's unfair, but I feel like as a woman, you could be decent looking, even below decent looking, but you could still make a couple bucks on you know, OnlyFans and stuff. You could still make a little change. But, bro, as a man, you gotta be some physically sculptured, Hulkalian, just, I don't even know the words to use, bro.
Younger generations that they're not necessarily given the consideration that different generations might have given to their social media footprint. Unfortunately, the internet has no delete key. There's always a record of it somewhere. So if you're putting it out there, are you okay for that to be out there forever and a day?
Our survey found that whilst the majority of creators in the UK are women, 28% are men.
Yo, look at that guy.
Do men face the same issues when it comes to employment?
Look, the men, I feel like the men gotta be somewhat more desirable than just an average bloke. But a woman could just be an average woman, and it's cool.
All right, fuckers. He's gonna come inside?
Yeah.
After losing his job as an engineer due to his OnlyFans content,
like yes.
Right, come on in.
Andy founded the Porn Star University to help fellow OnlyFans creators.
Holding it in the air like a hoverboard, isn't it?
It's like halfway. It's
a hoverboard.
So this is where we come, we have meetings and we talk about the logistics side of doing OnlyFans. I teach people how to do model release forms and paperwork, how to upload videos the right way, and how to market themselves properly.
You see, look at the types of... It's my point, not just proven here. Look at the type of man you gotta be to make a living on OnlyFans. You gotta be some chiseled, handsome man, bro. But look, as a woman, you can just be some... Hey, like her face pretty, I ain't gonna lie, but come on, bro. Come on, bro. How come there's no nigga her size there? How come there's no nigga her size there?
Eye on their face because they finally caught their prey.
The Porn Star University.
Okay, that guy, I don't know, bro.
I created this to
that guy looked like an average
coming
Joe,
into
though.
the industry. I said, look, let's set up a place, like a community where we can come and we can hang out, and we can create content, and we can help each other out. So this is like the deck leading out onto everything outside. You have your different sets.
I think I want to start making documentaries just to go and see shit like this. Like, yo, what's going on out there?
Have council estate living room, lab pad. Next door we have the taxi. So a lot of things has happened in this taxi. So this is where we would do group scenes. Get on the bed and do what they do best.
Oh, the free
This is
cook
the office. So you have the doctor set up, the doctor's office, and this is where the people get stuck in the printer.
Get stuck in the
A lot
printer
of the
is
rooms
crazy.
have a work theme. What do you think is erotic about that?
It's because people can relate to it. The hot intensity of doing something wrong in work, what people love.
Oh, heck no!
And this here is
Yeah, how do you guys feel about that? Doing something on the job. Bro, that's happened to me once before. I won't lie, there's like a... there's a rush because you know that, hey, you can get caught. You know that your boss might be looking for you. They're like, hey, where did these two go? Hey, and then when they see you coming back together, they're like...
the building site. So we do a lot of building site scenes here. Most of my tools are here because obviously I don't use them anymore. So this is my hard hat, Irish Andy. Had this for years. So I don't use this anymore, obviously. I use my other hammer now.
Oh my God.
Andy learnt a trade in his teens and became a gas and electrical engineer. But during the pandemic, his pay was reduced.
My mum, she died when I was young. I'm one of 6 kids. I'm the oldest of 6 kids. We grew up with no money. So I knew I had to do what I had to do to survive. And I decided I would try OnlyFans. I've filmed with men, women, trans. My boss found out about it and he called me over Zoom and he said it's been brought to his attention that I've been doing OnlyFans on the side and he wasn't happy about it. So me and him had a bit of an argument. I just said, look, it's none of your business. This is what I'm doing in my personal life. And he said, well, it is my business. And he said, I want you to resign. I said no, because I really loved my job. I didn't want to resign. He basically said to me, he will fire me. So, and I said, on what grounds? And he said, he sent me my contract and there was a clause in my contract to say that...
These are grounds for dismissal.
I'm doing work outside work. I was supposed to let them know. And obviously I didn't know this. So I literally didn't have a grounds to stand on. So I decided it was best to leave instead of being fired.
So with porn, there still is a stigma.
Like, guys, honestly, like, honestly, guys, look at this, look at this, look at him,
So
look at her. Like, this is a midhead, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, but come on, bro. Who's subscribing to her OnlyFans? Like, who, bro? You see, that's why I say with women, bro, I don't get it. It's just so much easier, bro. As a guy, I gotta be bull jacked. Look at this is a normal chick, bro. You can see this chick at the library, bro. You can go riz at the mall, bro. You can find this at the mall, bro. What's wrong with you niggas, bro? Nah, bro.
Porn, there still is a stigma attached to it. So even when you look at sex workers in general, you know, we haven't necessarily moved on as much as some people might have liked to think that we have.
What the hell?
So for some companies, if they've got a policy where they say that you can't have a second job, it's an easy out for them to say, you've broken this policy, so therefore you can no longer continue your employment.
That's why they keep showing
These people who you walk into work and smile at every day, say hello to every day, someone stabbed me in the back. And that's what hurt the most.
You think it was one of your colleagues?
Yeah, it had to have been. Nobody knew me on a personal level. So it just happened to be someone who worked in that office who saw me. Even when I argued with my boss, I said, some has been wanking over me, and then they grasped on me. This is what really pissed me off the most.
Oh, that's crazy.
Because you can't just stumble across this stuff. OnlyFans is hidden behind a paywall.
Did you do...
What do you mean you can't just stumble across? Bro, they said that there's 222 million people subscribed to OnlyFans. Therefore, somebody, it's just, that's too many people. Somebody could know you and have seen you and they could report. I've already explained this before. I'm just repeating myself, bro.
With it, well, the repercussions.
No, I'm totally honest. I didn't. I had a mental breakdown, if I'm really, really honest with you. Videos was being shared around of me. Family members have said to me, like, your mum would turn in your grave.
Sure.
Which is horrible. But you have to do what you have to do, I suppose, to live, don't you? And I will always do what I need to do to survive. But I wouldn't suggest anyone doing any sort of adult work or posting yourself, exposing yourself on the internet, unless you really, really need the money. And you can deal with it, because that's what it is. You have to be able to deal with the repercussions of people finding out.
With multiple jobs becoming the norm and more people joining OnlyFans, the conflict between employees and employers is only set to increase.
Whoa.
Being an OnlyFans creator is going to...
This kind of look like Cassie, but BBW version.
become more of an issue. Unfortunately, reputational damage is something that not all employees fully consider. What they may think is something that's completely innocent in their outside lives, they don't consider that actually there are specific things that certain employers would never want to be associated with.
Stop showing us things that we can't
I'm in a
see.
position where I have a qualification, I have a trade. You have your single mums out there and your unqualified people who are doing OnlyFans, who lost a job as a cashier in a shop, who can't just get a job tomorrow. But people don't think of this. People just think of their own egos and their business egos rather than why that person's doing OnlyFans.
Wow.
And what that person's situation is. If that person could feed their kids or feed their family. But they don't think of it like that.
Well, no one's gonna think of it like that, bro. That's like saying I cheated in order to win this thing for my kids. But everyone's gonna be like, bro, you cheated. You know? So it's like, you can't really justify it like that, bro. Because it's like, yes, for you it might be okay, but the people who run that business, they might not want to be associated with that in any way. And are they wrong for that? No, because let's be honest, sex is a sensitive topic in the workplace. You know what I mean? If we're talking about a professional environment, it's not really the place for that. That's why it's so risque when people have sex at work, because it's like, you know, it's a no-no. You know, it's something you shouldn't be doing, you know? Yeah, so that's why people are into that type of shit. And I think that environment doesn't call for that type of thing. So I have to be more on the side of the employer, because at the end of the day, it's like, bro, there's many other things I could fire you for that I don't like. You know, it's not just because I don't want you to make a living. It's like, bro, I don't want this type of energy associated with my business and my brand. That's really all it is, bro. You can't be forced now. It's like, bro, it's like if your brand is about the color green, simple. If your brand is about the color green, and then you employ people and they start coming with this thing of the color red, you're going to be like, bro, this thing is about the color green, not the color red. So if you want to push the color red, go do that somewhere else. And we're going to keep doing our green thing over here. And that's really what it boils down to, bro. I can't, you know, let me know what you think. Hey, my opinion might be wrong, but that's just what I think, bro. But whatever, man. It's a boy Dways. Catch you in the next one. Like, comment, and subscribe.